left of the button, small blind and big blind. The big blind is usually double the small. Action for this first round of betting will be to the left of the big blind, in this case, player number 4. Blinds are raised throughout the game to keep the action going.
And there's a man to whom pressure means nothing. He's bet on everything all his life, but he says he just loves this poker, can't get enough of it. And I want to tell you, Roy, a lot of people think if Barry sticks at it, he's going to be a very serious player. He is already.
Well, indeed. Look what he did to snooker, you must say. In the 80s, the early 80s, snooker was unheard of. By the end of the 80s, it was massive. Let's just hope, for our sakes, he can do the same for poker.
Well, Hearn played very well in his heat to get here. We're looking now at Neil Channing, who defeated no easy lineup. But Queen Jack up front suited Roy the Boy.
Yeah, I've played a great deal with Neil Channing. I know his style, and he won't want to get busy at this early stage. He will bide his time, wait till the blinds start to rise, and then he will get busy.
Hearn, no such qualms. A raise with the King-8 picking on Justin O'Shaughnessy, and the Surrey man lays him down. Of course, O'Shaughnessy has played so many of these one-table formats, not on TV, on the internet, but...
Yeah, recently left his job, did Justin. He got his final wage packet, was disgusted. It was just £66. He come here and won himself a $20,000 seat at the final table. And, of course, that is minimum. He's shooting at some serious, serious dough today.
He's got a newborn baby in the studio watching his daddy, and I'm sure there'd be a lot of proud people in Justin's family if he was to take the big prize. Action now on Jason Gray. He's the hot one. And with the Jack 4, he's feeling like the cards are cold. But Manfredi, low ace, making a raise.
Well, I like that move. You don't call with an ace with a bad kicker, you raise with it, and if it comes back at you, you get rid of it.
So up to 7,000. That's 5,000 on the big blind. And Channing lays it down. In his heat, Channing played very tight early on and then just unscrewed himself. And at the end, he was running and gunning like a loose goose.
Yeah, that would be very characteristic of Neil Channing. He's well known on the professional poker circuit here in the UK. And if you were laying a book through his experience, you would have to make him favourite.
No stranger to big bets is Channing. As you said, he used to be a racecourse bettor. And Manfredi, though, winning that pot, put a smile on your face. Manfredi, bit of a tight conservative game in his heat. Had a couple of moves, but played very solid poker.
Yeah, I've not come across the guy myself, but he hails from Toronto. I have been to Canada, I have played there, and once again, limit poker is the game of a choice, and it's very, very different to no limit hold'em.
So Manfredi, he raised with an ace-4, now folding the ace-7 under the gun, marching to his own beat there. But here comes Michael Shaw. First chips we've seen him move, suited ace. And it's a raise.
Well, he doesn't want any action with that hand, obviously. And you and I both know there's only 2 aces left in the deck right now.
O'Shaughnessy not interested from the button. And it'll be 4,000 more on Jason Gray, who respects the youngster and passes him the pot. So Michael has just rode one boat a Shaw. And...
well, Jesse, we yet to see a flop.
5 hands have gone by. Nobody wants to mix it up. And Roy Brindley, which of these players can you see not worrying about going out first if they think gambling will mean they'll have a better chance of winning the big prize?
Well, Baz has got the money, we well know that. A bit strange he's promoting his own event and playing in it, but no one would begrudge him getting the gold medal here today. His game has come on leaps and bounds the last 12 months, and his good friend and snooker playing companion Steve Davis, his game has just gone through the roof. He started playing limit poker, and now he's playing exotic games like Omaha High-Low.
Now Baz is going to have to earn his medal if he wants to win it. That was Michael Shaw limping in with the 10-jack, and we're around now to O'Shaughnessy behind the button. Channing not interested, and Neil folds them down, but Jason Gray makes up the small blind.
Well, of course, the blinds are low enough right now that people can limp in and see flops and take their chances. Three-way action then, the first flop we're going to see.
Yeah, Manfredi says turn them quick, and we are three-way now. First cards to hit the board. Manfredi actually leading with the king high. A pair of bullets and a 4-ball sideways. Jason Gray, a deuce would fit him nicely, Roy.
Well, this will suit the player that's limped in. He should bet here and represent the ace, which he declines to do.
Shaw hasn't, and the turn card comes a queen, making Michael Shaw a straight draw.
Check. Check.
Nobody wants to wager. Can Shaw find the bullets?
Well, he's correctly betting here. It's check round here twice. You're the guy that's limped in the pot. You're the guy that shouldn't be there. You're the guy that should have the ace.
It wasn't a big bet, but he had to move the chips forward to do it. 24 years old, and this kid's got gamble. Shaw taking that putt down.
I like the way he shakes his head there to say, boys, why wasn't you there? I actually had 3 aces, when of course he had no part of it.
I think he liked the queen.
Yeah, before.
So, Shaw drawing the blood there on the first flop tan, and he'll have to put in the big blind. It'll be Baza first to speak after Amanda has spun them round.
Seen a lot of Mandy recently dealing cards on TV. Of course, her day job is a assistant card room manager in Dublin at the Merrion Casino. And a mighty fine job she does too.
Very experienced poker dealers we have here tonight, as well, of course, as our tournament director, Thomas Kremser, International Poker Federation, who is the most experienced tournament director in Europe, in most people's eyes. And here, Barry Hearn, ace-10 under the gun.
He's just called, very strange.
Jason Gray will peel one off. And I think we're going to be 4-way here. Manfredi making up the small blind. Arthur getting creative there, deuce 4.
Yeah, it's one of my ashtray hands, isn't it?
Flop to come, and here it is.
Check.
Michael Shaw for the big blind puts out 6,000, and he'll like some action on this hand, Roy.
Well, Barry passes his ace-10. Jason Gray's in now. What's he found?
Two players now head-to-head. Jason Gray, of course, on a...
Oh, wow, 2 pairs.
Michael Shaw on the 2-pair. Jason Gray calling that bet. And
Look at that. An overcut and a flush draw. Wow, this is 50-50 at this stage.
Turn card coming, no help, it's black but the wrong one, and Shaw still liking his 2-pair is going to reach a little bit deeper.
Well, of course, I said it was 50-50. It's not. Michael has 2-pair. He's betting now to keep the flush draw away. And I dare say Jason thinks if he hits a king, it'll probably be good enough. But of course, if he hits a club, then it will be good enough.
Shaw has checked, and this is a nice trap if he springs it. Jason Gray enticed to bet. And he has said raise. Beautiful stuff here from the Shaw man. All in. He's balking the flush draw.
What a move. The correct move, the right move. And that was impressive play. That is what this kid did not do in the heats. He's checked, raised. He's got a monster hand, and he sets his opponent up rather than betting him out of a pot.
Give the money to Michael Shaw. Jason Gray saying, why couldn't I check?
This man sees the poker million.
Didn't know that kid had it in him. A club would have done damage, but Shaw didn't let it happen. The check raise on the turn gives him the money. And a chip leader springs to the front. Philadelphia Shaw becoming a Philadelphia story tonight.
Unbelievable hand.
Looking at the chip pie, 10 hands have gone by. Manfredi and Shaw slightly wider, but it's wide open here, Roy.
Yeah, certainly way too early to call it. I don't predict a